Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to a timeless wave of love reading of yours, where we discuss however the topic of love may want to be introduced in this reading. Bear in mind that this is a collective reading that you've decided to tap into and not a personal one-to-one reading. So it's very important that you use your discernment to take all the bits and pieces that resonate with you and leave anything behind with the reading that may not. Okay? As far as who I am 7th, aka Master 7th, that reads these energies for you. I am a master healer that provides remote wellness alignments and tarot intuitive insights. For a bit more detailed look as to what can be discovered about me, check out the description box below. In regards to further information, I have 2 sister channels that I run, and the links on how to get to either or are in the description box as well. Whatever brings you here again is in alignment to being able to receive anything that this reading may offer. Alright, Sagi. It's already feeling a very sad energy, right? Overwhelmingly tired, exhausted. I'm getting those of you who struggle with autoimmune deficiencies are really exhausted with the seasonal changes that happen within the quarterly times of, or the half. I'm feeling the quarterly aspect, right? It's like the first couple weeks within a seasonal change are very stressful in ways that you can't really explain. It's like the stressors are automatically in action, and it's not until you're like halfway through the action or the end of doing something where you're like, I don't even know how I got here in doing this. Like, I don't know why I've done this, or just too much second guessing, and also not being aware of what loss of time you may have had. Okay. All right, Ace of Pentacles. So I think if this has all been said, so okay, all right. I accidentally, it was very strange. I've never really done this before. I put the deck upside down and then I saw the deck. So this is what I'm reading, the 5 of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, this is a lot of material that you're making sense of, or at least not being able to communicate. What's the top card? Yeah, you're not being able to communicate that. I say not because, I mean, the tip of the sword is also cut off. So you're feeling... It's a functional, depressing person. Someone who is on autopilot, alright? And you've been on this autopilot transition for a long time. Please know, on a side note, when I do feel these energies, I do want to take a moment and just say that, I have dealt as well with autoimmune deficiencies, and I, after 16 years, have found a way to rid myself of having them, at least in the eyes of medical testings. So again, the description box gives a little bit more on that, and use your intuition, trust your intuition, and see where it may lead you if it leads you to wanting to connect with me. However, regardless, there are resources around you that you're designing for yourself to embark on. Right? Whether that's a small little kind of community or clique of friends that you can trust. While you're clique of community here, alright, small circle that you can trust. You're designing this circle, which isn't fair to the circle. What I mean by that is you're ultimately wanting to gain something out of that, and although it might be a positive notion and a positive slogan and an aim towards it, it's the people of the community and the overall vibration and the lessons that it can bring as a whole, where the individual people, I don't know if you can trust them, is what I heard. Alright, I don't know if you can fundamentally trust him. And I do question the morality of wellness if it takes 4 people to get a point across and 3 of those 4 people are just shit people. Like, I'm gonna take the point across as a grain of salt. Okay? So that's where I think the lesson is also transpiring for yourself. Yeah. Okay, you're learning maybe in this lesson that it's better off, and most topics that are hard for you to express, to find that journey on your own. Not doing emotional codependency or trauma bonding here is important for this Queen of Wands, and this Queen of Wands is you, Sagi. That is literally also the power of the old tarot saying that. It's the power of you, High Priestess. Card fell off the deck, Death card. I'll take that card, but I'm putting it on the sideline. Alright, so what came out is the High Priestess. What came flying on from the top of the deck is Death card. So you're being blocked. Yep, you're being blocked from your intuitive powers, that of which you know or don't know. You have, if you have an autoimmune deficiency, I'm going to stretch your mentality here for a moment and tell you your autoimmune deficiency, you not having a somewhat of a relationship with, and I'm not talking about you supplementing and humming it down and doing what you're doing. Not the relationship I'm discussing. I'm talking about more the relationship that's expanding here in your mind of concept, and say to you that there's an underlying secret as to why you have what you do have, and unlocking the code to the reason as to why you have it could then unlock the code into you getting your spiritual powers. Okay, and at least the solace of the answer as to maybe something disappearing, or the symptoms of the pain, the trauma, routinely coming back is, I don't know, wow, that the thought completely just erased. Okay, gone with the wind. Gone with the wind here with the Knight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. We're not meant to say too much. If you're powerful beyond reason and a shadow of a doubt. There's nothing in your way, even an autoimmune deficiency, even with a third eye shut, okay? Because if the powers that be will make your eye want to open, oh, they will fucking use the powers of your emotions, of your heart, and the powers of your gut instincts to push your third eye open, all right? It would be, the only time it would be absolutely impossible for the forces that be to push something in their favor without you knowing about it, without you having a sense of quote-unquote manifest destiny about this decision, is if you were no longer existing, not putting life force energy into your body in the form of exhilarating it with a breath. Okay, I'm not saying that there isn't life force energy without breath. There sure is. Okay, but we're talking about whatever we're talking about. So, whoa, all right. You're like deer in the headlight. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know, don't do nothing besides exactly that of which you don't want to face. Yeah. You got to turn around and give yourself credit as to figuring out why you're like, what has got you like this? What has got you like, what the fuck is, what is it? You're like dazed. You're subdued. You're being controlled by thy ancestors, Sagi. They're watching every and more or less, and most of you tending to some of those moves that you're making here. Until you fucking get what feminine and masculine energy is here. Yeah, interesting energy of the maker meets the creator. That's, yeah. Wild, okay. The maker meets the creator. Alright, one more card here. Not from the deck, alright. It's It's in your dreams and hopes and wishes, Sagi. It's in your dreams and hopes and wishes, but you have to take a time out for yourself. You have to be in a position of isolationalism, even in a sea of many people. You have to create a spiritual boundary. You have to learn how to create a spiritual boundary for you to find a definitive line of when that slogan could come into your existence and say maker meets creator. And then the arsenal of possibilities are up to your utilization. All right. That deer in the headlight look is wild. I'm like, Jesus. I'm hearing gospel song, gospel music. All right, we have Capricorn, persistence. And we have Neptune, imagination. For Capricorn is number 10. And for Neptune, imagination is number 26. There's some closing out messages for your notes. Highlights. All right. With that being said, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.